Good. How are you doing, man?
Man, I'm doing pretty good, bro. Of course, forgot to mention, man, we are going to be going live on one of my platforms on our YouTube channel. But man, I wanted to bring you on here for of course, to plug in this fight coming up. And right off the bat, man, I mean, you are out of Iowa, correct?
Yeah, yeah. I live in Clinton, Iowa.
And as far as the promotion, man, is it going to be close by?
No, it's gonna be in Rochester, Minnesota for MCFC.
No, yes, sir. And of course, I had already looked them up, of course, because I did hit you up for a prior interview. But the event itself, man, I mean, of course, this is going to be, I believe, their second installment, correct?
Yeah, yeah. This is gonna be their second show.
And of course, going down May 13th, and like you said, man, it's going to be in Rochester. How far is that from you guys?
I think it's about 6 hours from me or so,
Oh,
maybe give
wow,
or.
bro. And how is that going to work? Because the fight itself is going to be on Saturday, right?
Well, yeah, it'll be on the Saturday. We weigh in the day before.
Okay, okay. And of course, I mean, being six hours away, man, are you guys driving or are you guys going to fly out there?
Yeah, I'm gonna drive out there. I've driven further for fights before.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I was gonna say, man, a lot of, especially, I mean, you drive yourself?
No, I'm gonna like me and my cornerman. We're gonna take turns
Oh,
driving.
okay. Okay. And the reason why I'm asking is, I mean, are you gonna be cutting weight? Because this bout, I know you fought at 205, light heavyweight and heavyweight, man. So this bout is actually gonna be a what weight division?
It's gonna be at 205. Yeah, I'm already well into the cut.
Oh, okay, sweet, man. And of course, I mean, there's something that's gonna be up for grabs, man. I mean, the title. I mean, how do you feel about this?
I mean, for me, I mean, it's not my first rodeo. Like, I've been doing this a really long time. Like, it's great that it's for a belt, but like, I've fought 5 rounds just to do it before. So, I
Oh,
mean,
nice.
it is what it is.
No, and of course you enjoy it, right? I mean, this is something that you get to do and not get in trouble for, right?
Right? Yeah. So I've been doing going on 15. Yeah, probably about 15 years. I've been involved in and around the sport.
Wow, man. And I mean, throughout these years, man, what is it that keeps you going? I mean, what motivates you, bro?
I can compete in across multiple platforms. Like I'm not just limited to just
Yeah.
MMA. Like I do kickboxing. I've fought Muay Thai rules. I've fought. I've done a lot of different things. Just straight boxing tournaments. Kickboxing tournaments. I've done a lot of different things over the years.
And I mean,
I just,
having gotten on all these platforms, man, is there one that you prefer over the other?
wherever I can get fights, really, I don't particularly care. I just like to compete.
Man. And what is it? I mean, where does that come from, man? I mean, as a kid, did you used to compete a lot in sports, or is this something that you grew into?
Well, I mean, I started being around MMA when I was about probably like 9 or 10 years old. And then
Okay.
like just different opportunities early on in my career got me exposed to just more than MMA. So like my second fight was like Muay Thai rules in the cage. Like I don't know, I just got involved with a bunch of different things early on that made me want to do it again.
No, no, for sure, man. And I mean, that's one of the things about the sport nowadays. I mean, I started training here in San Antonio. I guess what we call now MMA back in 2000. So for us, starting off, it was kind of scarce. You know, there wasn't a lot going on. Back then, we used to compete on wrestling mats, on boxing rings. I mean, it was just pretty minimal. But I mean, it's got to be a good thing that you have that option to move around and try different things, right? Is there one
Yeah.
platform you haven't tried that you wouldn't mind before you wrap it up?
No, 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 not really. Like I mean, I've never done like combative submission grappling or anything like that. I've competed in a few jiu-jitsu tournaments, but nothing in particular with that.
Okay, and as far as like bare knuckle, man, you've competed in bare knuckle?
No, but I definitely would.
Oh, okay, okay, and that's kind of what I was leading to, man. I mean, because of course, it's been on fire for a while as far as the competition goes, man. A lot of
But I don't think
former MMA fighters and boxers are getting involved, but I
but I
mean,
don't
can we see you doing that in the future?
I don't think there's any amateur platform to it yet, and I still haven't gone pro. I've got almost 50 combative fights since I've turned 18, but I'm still not a pro.
You see, and I was gonna ask you about that, man. What is it that's been holding you back? I mean, are you still kind of like, okay, let me keep getting my experience, or what's
It,
going on with
well,
that?
like really just getting like like I keep getting bigger and better fights that I feel like would better prepare me to put on the best show that I can as a pro. Like as a pro, I understand, winning is cool, getting paid is cool, but like at the end of the day, you want to put on a good show. You want people to
Yeah,
want to book you again. So if you come in with
right.
the resume that you can, you're gonna get, you might get a better fight as a pro.
Right, right. No, yeah, of course. I mean, you get that fan base, you get that entertainment. I mean, that's what promoters want, right? It's what so sick is. So definitely makes sense,
Right.
man.
I just want to be able to put on the best show that I possibly can.
No, no, I agree, man. I mean, that's definitely one way to look at it, bro. Of course, man. I mean, on this coming bout, I mean, your opponent, what do you know about the guy, and what can we expect
Uh,
come fight night?
I mean, I don't know. I don't know like a whole lot about him. I guess he's a wrestler. Like, I mean, we're in Iowa. Who doesn't wrestle? You
Yeah.
know, like he doesn't have very many fights. He's pretty early on in his career, and I don't really know too much about him. I'm really eager to fight him. Honestly, like it's been a while for me. I haven't been in the cage since June or July of 2021.
Oh
So
wow, man.
just a few nagging injuries, and then I work crazy hours.
Man, and what is it that you do that keeps you that allows you to do this, man? What kind of work are you in?
So I mean, like I'm a cook. Like I cook at a restaurant, and I make pretty decent money doing it.
Nice, man. Heck, dude. Well, I mean, you get to eat pretty well too, right? Pretty good.
Yeah. Like they take good care of all of us that work there.
Yeah, man. No, that's actually pretty cool, man. Now, I mean, when it comes to work, man, the people when you tell them you're a fighter, I mean, do they kind of can they see that, or are they kind of shocked when you tell them?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It all depends. I'm pretty widespread across social media platforms. Have been for a long time.
Yeah.
So like a lot of like the people, the reason I got the job is was people like knew who I was already. So like even coming into it, they knew like they would have to plan around this and like they're really respectful about what I do and like knowing like I'm never gonna choose the job over this. Like I'm just not. So like if you're not gonna give me the time off, I'll find a job that will.
Right, right. No, yeah, man, and that's kind of good, especially if you're a good employee, man. They'll definitely
Yeah.
work with you and give you
Like
that time off because
my
I
job,
mean,
my
that's
job is awesome. Like they take wonderful care of us.
nice. No, well, that's good to hear, man. Now, as far as goals in life when it comes to combat sports, man, are you looking like obviously you've been at it for a while, but I mean, once you go pro, man, are you gonna fight till the wheels fall off, or what can we expect?
Yeah, like I'm like I just want to make sure that I'm fully prepared because like it's been a dream of mine since the very first time I ever seen it happen. So for me, yeah, I do want to go pro. I do want to fight at the most level, and I want to fight the best opponents that I can.
No, no, for sure, man. And of course, I mean, every fight is experience, man, especially at the amateur level. I'm haven't fought in different platforms, man. I mean, obviously you're used to the rules. You're used to be, I mean, like right now, for example, I mean, um, there's rules that you're allowed that you're not allowed in kickboxing and boxing and anything else. So you're kind of, you're kind of used to that, right? I mean, it's going to be the rules that you set up, and you guys are training just for that.
Yeah, well, see, like I'm so used to like switching back and forth, like because some like I'll go from an MMA fight to a kickboxing fight. Really, wherever there's cards that I can get on
Yeah.
with a reasonable opponent that makes sense. Granted, like I'm down to do it. If they're down to have me, I'm down to do it as long as I stay healthy and I can get a decent camp in if you want me to cut weight.
No, no, for sure, man. Yeah, dude. Because of course, I mean, you want to be prepared, not just physically but mentally, and of course those weight cuts, man. I mean, is there one weight cut that's been worse than the other, man? I mean,
Uh, so
the,
like I kind of went down like in a process. Like I got somebody that he wanted to fight at heavyweight, but he didn't want to be over 235. And then I fought a kickboxing fight after that where the guy wanted to do catchweight 225. And then I did an MMA fight after that where they wanted to do 215. Like so I got to gradually go down and see what my body could handle. I've never tried to go lower
nice.
than 205, but my last fight I fought 205. We did a same day weigh in and I was fine. I had enough gas.
Wow, man. And what was the reason for the same day weigh-in? Was it like a last
It was
minute fight?
the kickboxing event, and I could not weigh in the day before because I had to work all night. So
Damn.
I had to go in the next day, like, and so I could weigh in that day and fight.
No, no, man, that's crazy, bro. I mean, of course, this promotion, man, Met City Fighting Championship is going to be their second installment. And as far as Link, man, is this going to be aired? Are they going to stream it on their
Yeah,
page or pay per view?
uh, they got a full pay per view service, and like For for a promotion pretty early on, I'm very impressed. They're already setting a standard higher than some of the smaller promotions I've fought for.
No, yeah, bro, because even the main event, man, I'm looking forward to it, man. I mean, I'm definitely interested in the whole card, but they definitely have a nice main event fight, for this. I think they titled you as the amateur main event, right? Is that what they
Yeah,
called it?
I believe so. I mean, I don't really know the details. I've been the first fight. I've been the last fight. Like, I just want to fight.
And let me ask you this, man. Do you have a preference? I mean, would you rather go in early, get it over with, or does it really matter?
It don't really matter to me. Like, I've always like I don't know. I'm completely different. Like backstage, like I'm not all serious. I'm not all like getting my head in the game is staying calm. Getting too
Yeah.
serious is staying calm. Like I don't know. I've always been a little different. I'm like a social butterfly.
No, I mean that's kind of cool, man. Because I mean I've seen from the media aspect. I mean I've been covering the sport for over like 13, 14 years, man, and I've seen people go inside the cage or the weigh-in, and I'm thinking like, man, these guys have like no facial expression, no worries, and they end up winning the fight. And I'm thinking, man, that's got to be like one of those before the storm kind of mentalities, where you just kind of go in there and do what you got to do, man.
Yeah, I mean I've had some fights where like the nerves ate me alive. So like there was no emotion. I felt like I was like high and tight, and it took me a while to get going. So like for me, like I've had the best success not overworking out in the back and getting warmed up. Like obviously stretch, get ready. Don't overdo it. Don't get all crazy. Don't do nothing, on the ridiculous end and just stay calm, stay cool, calm and collected. I've trained exactly how I fight. So I don't go in there and blow my load. I'm constantly trying to be a tactician. Like why fight harder when you can fight smarter?
No, no, for sure, man, and that's a good point, man. Because I see a lot of, I mean, my mentality, and I'm no fighter by any means. I mean, you guys are the ones stepping inside the cage in the ring. But it's like if I'm training 2, 3 months hard, like 7 days a week, and then you know what I mean. That's for me. That's extreme, man. I mean, I understand the circumstances when it comes to a fight, like a big fight, but it's just I see guys going in there, and it's like I mean, they can't even go. It's weird, bro. But I mean, I think there's such a thing as overkill, man, and I think a lot of people do that.
It's all about staying calm, dude. Like if you've seen videos of me sparring compared to videos of me fighting, they look the exact same.
Guys,
Like I differences in the fight, I'm throwing it a little bit harder because obviously in the gym, it's not about hard sparring. Hard sparring doesn't really get you
yeah,
anywhere.
yeah.
It teaches you timing on like haymakers and stuff like that, but it's at the same time, you're expending a bunch of energy that you don't need to. So like I don't even see a point in hard sparring anymore.
No, no, for sure, man, and that's kind of. I mean, I like I said, I definitely agree, man. I mean, there's a lot, people train differently, of course. It's just a lot of people have to get personal and get angry, and I think that's a different way, another wrong way to go about doing stuff, But it's just everybody's different, man. But it just makes sense to stay calm and collect and go in there and treat it just like any other day, right?
Yeah, it's just another like it's like you really just got to handle it like it's another day at the office. Don't let it eat you alive or you're gonna get eaten alive.
No, no, for sure, bro. And of course, man. I mean, having fought so much, man. I mean, are there injuries that have been worse than the other? Obviously, you're coming out of one, but has there been one that you're kind of like, man, okay, you know what? I gotta take care of different, techniques or
So like I mean I feel like I took an adequate amount of
yeah.
time off. So like I haven't had noticed too much based upon the injury that I just went through. Um like I feel pretty good. I feel flexible. I feel capable. Like I feel like if there's any time to have a fight like this, now would be the time.
Yeah. No, no, for sure, man. And I mean, having a team, I'm sure that supports you and you guys take care of each other, man. I mean, who are some of the people helping you for this fight?
So like really I've been training with the Scrap Shack Jiu Jitsu on and off. I've been working on my own. I work so much. I just been preparing as much as I can, as often as I can.
Wow, man.
I
No,
work
yeah,
full, so
you
you
see,
know,
but that's kind of, I guess, in a way, man, because one of the things that I've noticed, man, and like I said, I mean, there's fighters that take years off, come back, and they're fresh. They're not
yeah,
battered. They're not going, after like 5 round wars, back to back, and so it kind of preserves them for the fights, man. But I mean, it makes sense. If you can stay healthy and keep able to keep doing this a little bit longer, man. Why not?
Yeah, like early on in my career, I mean, I got like I just wanted to fight and fight and fight and fight, and like, there was a point in time where I fought three back-to-back weekends just for getting early quick finishes, and like, and then and then on the last one, you're a little beat up, and then something
Yeah.
bad, now you're injured. Like I've gone through the ringer. I've been suspended before. Like I had a whole bunch of different things happen throughout my career, so it's been nothing but a great
Bro.
learning
And
experience. So
then,
when
of course,
professional
you
level,
work on MMA.
oh,
No, I mean,
hang on,
man,
it's
and of
frozen.
course, haven't seen MMA at such a young age, bro. You say you were like 9 or 10 when you started, you were around it. But what was it that got you interested in the sport or in combat
Well,
sports?
I mean, it's kind of a big thing in my town. Like growing up, like Eric Wisely, like Todd Monaghan, Mark Stoddard. There's been quite a few, high level pros to come from my area already, and a bunch of great
Yeah,
places to train as well. So, I just went to, happened to go to an event at a very young age, and
I think I lost you. Are you still there, bro? Hold on. Let me send you a link real quick in case you. There you go. There you go.
all right,
Gotcha.
but yeah, no, yeah, I just happened to go to an event at a very young age and got exposed to it early.
Yeah.
There was like I didn't start competing in the sport or even start training until I was like probably 12, but definitely had an interest in it, and it was something that other people that I was growing up with weren't exactly doing.
No, I mean for sure, man. Because of course, I mean, according to topology, and you correct me, but I mean, you started your first fight was actually in 2016, right?
I started what competing?
Right.
Yeah, yeah, I started competing in 2016.
Okay. And I mean, of course, I mean, going up the ranks and getting, I mean, you've been a regional fighter for quite some time, man. A lot of good promotions. I mean, King of the Cage, Renegade aggression, just a few. But I mean, what are some of the things that what has been? Let me ask you this: what has been the worst promotion that you've been in, bro? I mean, when it came in the match, man. Has there been one like that?
I mean, I can't really say like which one's the worst because there were certain things about certain ones that I just didn't agree with, and then some of the smaller promotions that had like
Right.
little production and things like that did great. Like I can't really say which one is the
Right.
worst
Right.
because a
Okay.
majority of them.
And the only go ahead, bro.
Oh, I say yeah because like majority of them are in Iowa are like except for like production level are kind of run basically the same way. So there's kind of been
Right.
like a mold created, and everybody does a fairly good job of following it.
Yes, man. No, well, that's great, bro. Because of course, I mean, the whole thing about combat sports, and it's been there for years, is entertainment. Of course, they have the lights, the music. They're trying to get it. I mean, and Endeavor, went and I think they bought the WWE, so they own the UFC and the WWE now. And I'm thinking, okay, it's, entertainment wise, it's gonna change a bit, man. I'm just curious to see how the sport's gonna change when it comes to the UFC. But I mean, are you a fan of pro wrestling, man? Let me ask you.
I mean, like, oh yeah, growing up, but like once I got exposed to like actual combat sports, I stopped.
Oh, okay, and I was gonna ask you, man, if there was one opportunity, man, say the time comes and you're like, okay, I'm done with combat sports, and you're given an opportunity to go to pro wrestling, man. I mean, would you do something like that?
No, to be honest, like that's like you gotta think like they're still putting their like if you're done with fighting, it's probably because your body gave up on you,
Yeah.
and they're putting their bodies through just as much torture as we do, just in a different
No,
way.
yeah, they are. Yeah.
Like I don't know, like I feel like when I'm done fighting, it's time for my body to rest, and maybe coaching is an option.
There you go, man. And another thing too, man. And I'm here in Texas. I mean, we've had a few pro fighters that retired that actually got into being referees, being judges, and that's one of the things I'm always pushing, man. I'm like, you know what? If you're ready to hang it up and stay involved in the sport, and whether it's media, whether it's working for the state, for as a ref or the options like that, man. I think those are good deals.
Yeah, I just feel like if you've already given so much to the sport and the sport's treated you well, you should like definitely look into giving back to the sport and spreading the knowledge that you've gained.
No, no, for sure, man. I mean, it's always good to stay involved. I stopped teaching back in 2005, and I kind of went miserable for a while until I found the media aspect, and it kept me involved. So I just followed it. But I mean, it makes sense. I love the sport, man.
Yeah, this sport's been great to me already, even as an amateur. So I would love to see where it can take me and the things I can accomplish as a professional.
No, no, by all means, bro. I'm actually excited for this bout, man. I mean, I'm definitely going to be keeping up with it. I mean, I know on their website they have the link where they can go and get more information. So of course, go to everybody watching, go to the MCFC Med City Fighting Championship page on Facebook. They do have a YouTube channel. They have a website, so all the information's on there. But my man, I mean, is there anything that can help our sponsors for this fight, bro?
Sorry, I couldn't hear that. You cut out.
Oh, as far as sponsors, do you have anybody helping you for this fight?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I got Jersey Grill where I work. I got Heaven Bound Tattoos in Clinton, Iowa. I got quite a few things going on.
Nice, bro. No, well, that's was good, man. I'm glad that these companies and people are able to support you guys and sponsor you in that way. It definitely takes you guys away from work and travel and everything else that needs to get done, man. Real quick, bro. As far as this fight coming up, man, what can people expect? I mean, as far as them going to the link to buy or purchase the fights, I mean, what can they expect for your fight?
I mean, if he wants to stand and bang, that's what we're gonna do.
Nice.
If that's his wish, that's what we'll do.
And of course, if it goes to the round, you're ready, right? If it goes to the ground.
I'm down. I'm down for whatever. Any place he wants to go, I'm down to tango.
Nice, bro. Nice. Well, I'm definitely gonna be watching, bro. Is there anything else you want to say before we wrap this up, my man?
I'm just very grateful for the opportunity. I'm very grateful for a very game opponent, and
Yes.
really above all else, I'm just grateful to still be able to be a part of this sport, even going on 28 years old.
Yeah. No, no, for sure, man. Well, bro, I do appreciate you for jumping on this. I know we talked about this a while back, but we finally got it going. And of course, this fight coming up, man, it's going to be for MCFC promotion May 13th. So everybody watching, of course, go to their Facebook page. My man, best of luck, and we'll talk after the fight, man. We'll see how everything went, and we'll talk about what's next.
Yeah, I'll be in touch, man. Thank you very much for having
All
me.
right, same
Yep.
here, brother. Thank you. Everybody out there, DeFi Car Podcast. Till next time, follow up.